Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session for a client that was dealing with a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, particularly from things in the past. And this is not unusual at all. A lot of people are holding on to moments that could have happened decades ago, and that is still a cause for ongoing shame and ongoing guilt. And the guilt doesn't even have to be if they were personally responsible. I've worked with many people that things have happened to them, and as a result of them being a victim in a situation, they are still carrying that guilt and they are still carrying that shame. So in this hypnosis session, you're going to hear metaphors, various direct suggestions, but a lot linked to the idea of letting go of that guilt, of letting go of that shame. Some of it links to forgiveness. Some of it links to just a disassociation that the guilt, the shame has served its purpose and it has no value to hold on to something anymore. If you're listening to this, it probably is because you can resonate with at least some levels of guilt or shame. And that's the ideal way of doing it. You want to activate the executive. So think about a specific, or just ask yourself the question, do you have any feelings of guilt or shame? And take that thought into this hypnosis session so you can release that. Obviously, if you don't have any guilt or shame whatsoever, no need to listen to this session. It won't really be that useful for you unless you're a hypnotherapist that's just interested in terms of how to do a session on this topic. But I much prefer people to actually do these sessions to get value and create a change rather than just intellectually benefiting. So find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine breathing in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just get a sense that tension, stress, any worries are leaving your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, just get a sense that tension, stress, anxiety is leaving your body in your outward breath. That's right. I want you to get a sense that as you breathe in and breathe out, you're becoming aware of any tension around your body. Maybe it's around your neck, your shoulders. As you breathe in and breathe out, just get a sense that as you exhale, you're releasing that tension. Eyelids feeling heavier. Releasing the tension in the neck, that's it. Enabling you to go deeper and deeper relaxed. I want you to think about your life. I want you to think about, as you went through life, there were things that you had because you wanted them. And there were things that you had because you were given them. And sometimes there were things that you had that you didn't want, but you were told that these were things that you had to keep. And as you got older, you kept the things you wanted, and you let go of the things that you didn't want or didn't need. Nobody still has the first car they ever bought. People change their shoes. Why would you still keep a pair of shoes from 10 years ago? And I want you to wonder, as you went through life, sometimes you may have picked up shame or guilt. Some of it was needed for you to learn. Some of it was needed for you to become wiser. But some of it you picked up because it was projected onto you from the people around you. It was never your shame to hold. I want you to get a sense that any shame that you've accumulated, any guilt that you've accumulated throughout your life, you're willing to extract the wisdom and the value from that. And I want you to feel a desire to forgive yourself and to forgive others, but also to accept forgiveness from yourself to yourself. Resentment is a poison that people carry with them. So is shame, and so is guilt. The purpose of shame is for you to raise standards. The purpose of guilt is to adjust your values or improve your standards to meet your values. And yet so many people are walking around with other people's shame and other people's guilt. And I wonder how it would feel to let that go. I want you to scan your body for any feelings of disgust. Sometimes behavior, thoughts can be linked to a feeling of disgust. And that's not useful. And I want you to accept the suggestion that you are free from any shame, any guilt, any disgust that you've carried with you. I want you to imagine there is a tradition in many cultures of washing away shame and guilt. I want you to imagine you are close to a picturesque stream, out in nature, no one else around. And I want you to imagine that this stream has the purest, cleanest water that you've ever seen. And I want you to imagine that by walking into the stream, you are washing away any feelings of shame or guilt or any disgust. The water is rejuvenating. And as you imagine walking into the stream, let me know by nodding your head. And while you're in that stream, feeling that just the current of the stream is washing away, I want you to feel that you are releasing any feelings of shame or guilt, particularly those that have been holding you back. I want you to accept that you are worthy of love and acceptance, regardless of your past mistakes. You forgive yourself for any past actions that have caused you shame or guilt. But it's important to remember that the past makes you wiser, that you are not defined by your mistakes or failures. You already know that you've learned from your past experiences and are now able to move forward without shame or guilt. Everyone deserves a second chance. And I want you to get a sense that you are deserving of forgiveness and compassion. I want you to feel the weight of any shame or guilt in you, like it's baggage that you're holding on to, and then while you're in that stream, feel like you're releasing any shame or guilt that has been weighing you down. From this point onwards, you choose to focus on the present moment. Any shame or guilt of the past has washed down the stream and is no longer a part of you. Because you are not responsible for the actions of others. Letting go of any guilt that is not yours to carry. I want you to imagine that carrying guilt and shame that was never yours to carry would be like carrying a suitcase for someone else, even if you're not traveling to their same destination. That would be crazy to carry that suitcase for 5 minutes. But there are people in the world carrying that suitcase for decades. For a person they don't know, going to a destination that they're not going to. Feel like you're letting go of anything that is not yours to carry. You are worthy of love and acceptance, even when you make mistakes. I want you to feel that you can have permission to accept and love yourself, accepting that you're not perfect, but still accepting that you are worthy of love and acceptance. That negative self-talk, the harsh criticism, feel like that is washing down the stream also and is being replaced with kindness and self-compassion. From this point onwards, you choose to focus on the positive aspects of your life, letting go of any shame, guilt, any frustrations, any disgust. Allow it all to wash away. I want you to locate where in your body you feel a feeling of forgiveness. I want you to forgive yourself 100%. But also, you forgive anyone around you that's caused harm to you. Whether they deserve it or not, the purpose of forgiving others is it opens up the law of reciprocity to enable you to experience the forgiveness of others whether they ask for it or not. One of the most profound feelings is the redemption that comes from forgiveness. And you are worthy of both. You are worthy of forgiveness and redemption. Letting go of the shame and guilt and replacing it with self-love and acceptance. Non-judgmental acceptance. Releasing negative emotions, replacing them with positive, useful ones. Finally, you can trust your ability to make positive changes in your life. Sometimes the mind, the body can punish themselves for a crime they didn't commit. But now you're capable of moving forward. No shame, no guilt. As you choose to focus on the present moment and let go of past mistakes. I want you to think that there are 8 billion people on the world. You are not alone in your experiences. Sometimes good people do bad things, just as bad people can do good things. You are deserving of empathy and support. You are capable of healing and moving forward from past mistakes and traumas. As you release all negative beliefs about yourself and replace them with powerful, positive, empowering beliefs about yourself. The opposite of shame is feelings of personal pride. And I want you to think about your life, all of your accomplishments, all of your qualities. It would have been so easy for you to end up like someone else, and yet you didn't. And as you think about your life, think about all the obstacles you had to overcome, all the adversity. As you choose to focus on your strengths and let go of any negative thoughts about your weaknesses. You're not perfect. Nobody is. But you trust in your ability to make positive changes in your life and completely release any shame or guilt associated with past failures. I want you to think about your future. A future without carrying that shame, that guilt. Without any feelings of disgust, embarrassment. No fear of judgment of others. You don't have to picture it in detail. But just accept the idea that there is a healthy, happy, confident version of you in the future that is happier because you've let go of the shame, the guilt, the disgust of the past. Feel like this stream has cleaned you completely, washed away all negative beliefs, negative feelings, all the heavy emotions that have been holding you back and stopping you moving forward. And as you leave the stream, notice how much lighter you feel, cleaner you feel. The weight of the past has been replaced with a lightness and a feeling of personal pride, self-acceptance, and optimism. And if your unconscious mind accepts that the shame, the guilt has been washed away, and that powerful, empowering resources have been unlocked? Let me know by nodding your head. I want you to feel that this stream, even though it is just your imagination, is a representation of a journey of self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and the trust that your future will be better because of what you've learned from the past. Time to return to the present as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Get a sense that all parts returning to the present. As very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling an element of being healed, a better relationship with yourself, that you've forgiven yourself, you've forgiven others, and you're grateful for the life that you have. And in doing so, the past is the past. The future is a possibility. And the present is the ability to make choices to take your life in the direction that you desire. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.